Hello, Oilers fans. Austin here with the post-game fan reaction of the Oilers' 6-2 dominant victory over the Vancouver Canucks. Yes, fans may have been a little bit nervous when it was 5-0, and then Vancouver got two quick ones to make it 5-2 before the end of the second, but Edmonton was firmly in control of this game. The Vancouver Canucks were trying to start things after whistles and suck Edmonton into Vancouver's game, and the Oilers played a mature, responsible, disciplined game of hockey, and they made Vancouver pay. They made them pay on the scoreboard. They made them pay on the ice. Guys like Corey Perry, an absolute veteran masterclass tonight from Corey Perry. He's able to get guys to go after him and then draw penalties because, hey, Vancouver, early in the third period. Now, I'm going to talk about the whole game, but I have to talk about this with Corey Perry. By the way, if you like the video, make sure to like, and if you're not yet subscribed, make sure to subscribe. We are building an amazing community here. Anyways, Corey Perry, started the third period early. Vancouver, they were pressing at the end of the second, 5-2 game. They need a quick one. And for some reason, Vancouver, on a delayed penalty to Edmonton, don't know what was said, don't know what happened, but Corey Perry was able to goat. He was able to goat one of the Vancouver Canucks into going after him and throwing some punches and dropped his gloves. Corey Perry did not drop his gloves, by the way. Let me take a look at who that was. Give me 1 second. That was Bluger, Teddy Bluger. I know he was going after Corey Perry because at the end of the second, near the end of the second, you had Perry kind of jump on Quinn Hughes. There was a scrum behind the net. Connor Garland got it all started. Of course, Connor Garland did. We all knew Connor Garland was going to get booed tonight. I personally did not want the fans to boo Connor Garland because there was a big narrative that the fans, Connor Garland was in our heads, rent-free, blah, blah, blah. I had a Canucks fan message me about the fans booing Connor Garland, saying rent-free. And all I did was send him what the score of the game was at the time, which was 5-1. Didn't respond. Probably blocked me. That's the best thing to do, honestly, on social media when you don't want to get engaged with things. Is just block people. The discourse, the fan discourse around this game. One, I'm happy Edmonton won. Because if Edmonton had lost, oh my God, would the amount of trash talking that we would have had to hear from this side of the aisle. And Canucks fans, they're going to hear it from this side of the aisle. I'm not saying Oilers fans aren't going to do it. But you would think that a global world war was being started because of what Connor McDavid did to Connor Garland on Saturday. And because of the reaction to the discipline and the statement that the Oilers put out and the media creating all this nonsense. There was a media guy from Vancouver that was questioning Garland about, how does it feel to be public enemy number one going into Edmonton? Where does that even come from? Connor Garland being public enemy number one. I'm telling you right now, me and my community, we did not give a single crap about Connor Garland. Our whole beef was with the officiating and the inconsistent calls from Department of Player Safety, trying to create this outrageous narrative, and the media just ran with this nonsense. So, of course, Vancouver, they've got a bit of a chip on their shoulder. They're a little bit high on the adrenaline. They're trying to, be a little bit chippy here and there. The game didn't start chippy, though. It actually was just a regular old hockey game until that second period. But the Oilers, they did what they had to do. They got off to a great start. We're going to take a look at the goal scoring summary. Zach Hyman in the first period. Take a look at the goal visualizer. The Oilers doing a good job on the cycle. Draisaitl with a 85-foot backhand pass to Hyman, who blasts by Hronek for the goal, puts it 5-hole through Demko, makes a 1-0 Edmonton. You love to see that. Second goal was from Leon Draisaitl on the power play. The Oilers had extended time. This was right at the end of the power play, by the way. Nugent-Hopkins, he came up with it, goes behind the net, centers, finds Draisaitl all alone. He is able to bash one through for his league-leading 35th goal of the season. And then Adam Henrique got in on the fun before the end of the first period. Corey Perry, Adam Henrique cycling. Puck comes around to the point. Ekholm's going to shoot this puck. It's going to go behind the net. Henrique takes it, and he shoves it short side on the wraparound to make it 3-0 Edmonton. I thought Henrique and Corey Perry played amazing together. That was a terrific line for Edmonton. And then Zach Hyman, early in the second period, nice goal from him. Nice tip in. Nice work by Noah Philp here. Hyman, he pressures. Corey Perry causes the turnover. Philp finds Hyman in front for the tip-in, his second goal of the game. He's up to 17 now. Zach Hyman without the bubble anymore around his face. Hyman makes it 4-0, and then at this point, the game was over, but Nugent-Hopkins on the power play. The Oilers got a power play here. Nugent-Hopkins with it. Him and Draisaitl were working it back and forth together, and he finds Nuge, and Nuge was just a beautiful snapshot over the glove of Thatcher Demko. And then, of course, the Vancouver Canucks, they didn't give up. They were trying to get back into this thing. Puck came to Miller. Miller found Besser, and then Besser with an absolute howitzer over the glove of Calvin Pickard, and it's tough to blame the goalie on that one. I know the expected goal on that was like 2%, but it doesn't take into consideration the quality of the shooter, and Brock Besser is a big goal scorer for a reason. That was a nice shot by Besser. I'll give him credit. This goal you probably want back if you're Calvin Pickard by Filip Hronek. Off a face-off, puck comes back to Hronek. He's going to shoot it, and it's going to beat Pickard on the glove side. Now, Pickard, he was kind of looking at Podkolzin here. Podkolzin was in a good spot where he could have tried to block it. So I don't know if Pickard didn't see it, but Pickard was moving left to right. Puck beat him to the left. One of those shots would have liked to save, but I'm not too worried. And then in the third period, Kasperi Kapanen, he just puts a bow on what was an otherwise perfect night for Edmonton. Puck is kicked up the boards by Emberson. Kapanen comes up with it, right circle. He shoots, gets his own rebound, puts it in. Quinn Hughes was just, I'm not sure what he was doing there. Not very tough on the rebound. Makes it 6-2 Edmonton. Penalty summary. Sherwood was called for roughing against Bouchard. Desharnais was called for cross-checking against Perry. And then, of course, Vinny Desharnais tripped Kasperi Kapanen. And then you had Vinny Desharnais with an interference penalty on Podkolzin. Vinny Desharnais, former Oiler. I liked him on the Oilers personally. Tough night. Real tough night for Vinny. And then you had some nonsense going on. You had Corey Perry roughing against Connor Garland. Connor Garland roughing against Corey Perry. I'm surprised it was against each other because Corey Perry was the one that went after Quinn Hughes in that scrum behind the net. But they were looking for some retribution. They were trying to go after Perry because he hauled down Quinn Hughes behind the net in that second period. Teddy Bluger, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, Teddy Bluger? You're about to go on the power play because Troy Stetcher tripped you, and then you go after Corey Perry for some reason. You start throwing haymakers, and it made absolutely no sense. And then, of course, Janmark was called for roughing on Soucy. Soucy roughing on Janmark. They kind of mucked it up a bit, but that was it. Hyman, first star of the game, 2 goals and assists, 3 points. Draisaitl, second star, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points. Nugent-Hopkins, 1 goal, 1 assist. And for the Oilers, a team that I said needs more goal scoring, they need a bit more help when it comes to the goal scoring department. They found a way to get some goals here. Hyman, 3 points. Draisaitl, 3 points. He was a 0. He wasn't even a plus player tonight because I think he was on for 2 of the goals for Vancouver. The Oilers played a very mature game, a mature shutdown game. Calvin Pickard, 923 save percentage. You love to see it. It was a veteran game from a veteran team that understands the game within the game. The Edmonton Oilers and their veteran players, and especially Corey Perry. Corey Perry absolutely knew what his job was tonight. His job was to be effective on the forecheck and allow Vancouver to get under their own skin. At the end of the day, Corey Perry's on the ice. He's not doing nothing. Yeah, he'll say something. He's in and around and mucking it up. And it wasn't until Connor Garland poked at Calvin Pickard and started the scrum that went behind the Oilers' net. Corey Perry, instead of grabbing Connor Garland, he grabs Quinn Hughes. He goes after a star player, and he doesn't hurt him. He roughs him up. He throws him down. He roughs him up. But you know what? Corey Perry, he was under the skin of Vancouver all night, and the Edmonton Oilers, even though Vancouver scored 2 goals and they were within 3 at one point, they were never coming back. They were never coming back in this game. They had absolutely nothing going on offense. They didn't have any proper sustained pressure, and any good look that they had, Calvin Pickard was able to make a save. Yeah, they scored a couple, but you know what? It was a perfect disciplined game from Edmonton. It was a patient game, and if you're a Canuck, you're probably frustrated, and if you're a Canucks fan, you're probably also frustrated. And now, I don't usually talk about fan bases for a multitude of reasons, because I don't like to generalize fan bases. It's unfair because every fan base has really good people. Every fan base has absolute psychopaths. Someone might consider me to be a psychopath from another fan base. Good for them. I don't care. I am going to address something here. And I kind of addressed it during the postseason. And I was I'd say I was professional. After that playoff series against Vancouver, it was mostly good games. You know, hopefully we see a next year. Handshakes, right? I like to do my handshakes. And I don't speak for all Oilers fans. I do not speak for all Oilers fans. But for me personally, because of the platform I have here on YouTube and my presence on Twitter and Blue Sky, I'm so happy that Edmonton, for now, will not have to play Vancouver the rest of the season. And I hope they don't have to play Vancouver until October, because it does get to a point where it is exhausting dealing with the same nonsense over and over and over. And yes, Oilers fans, they do the same thing to other fan bases. And for those fan bases, it's annoying. But I just find it's Vancouver and Edmonton, when they go up against each other, that it brings everybody out. Everybody comes out of the woodwork, and it's just a shit show on social media. It's just awful. And I basically have to mute every conversation, because I will make a post about an Oiler, and then a Canucks fan will come in and talk about his team and that and this, and then an Oilers fan will come in and go after him. And then my original point is completely moot, because everyone's just going after each other for a variety of reasons. A game like tonight, where the Oilers have a statement win, they win 2 out of 3 against Vancouver this season, and they win without Connor McDavid in the lineup, so that's huge too. But with all the discourse surrounding player safety, Connor Garland, all this stuff, the media, stop it. Why would you tell Connor Garland that he's public enemy number 1 in Edmonton? What a stupid thing to say. What is wrong with the mainstream media? I don't usually rant and get heated, but I did want to address this for the Canucks fans who are good. And there are so many of you. There are so many Canucks fans that tune into my streams and my videos all the time that I've met through this channel during the playoffs. There's a reason why this channel thrives and is full of positivity, because I shut out the negativity. I try and shut out as much negativity as possible. And there are a lot of Canucks fans, I know you're watching, and you are not part of my rant right now. You are good people that I love interacting with. There are just so many others that I just got tired of. I got tired of it. I had Canucks fans trying to DM me on X during the game. Why did they not come to the live stream and say something? If you have something to say, come to the live stream where we have lots of fun. I don't know, man. For my Oilers fans, of course, we're obviously very happy with this win. For the Canucks, there's a lot of things going on there. The fan base in general is they're tense, right? They just lost to Buffalo. They lost Edmonton in regulation. There's the trade rumors surrounding JT Miller. There's the infighting potential during, in that locker room between stars. I don't like to subscribe to that type of, stuff. And I'm not even going anywhere with this. I think that this is just a couple weeks of venting that I needed to get out. Both fan bases, y'all need to grow up. Grow up. Hug it out. Hug it out. Handshakes. Hug it out. But I am excited that Edmonton will not have to play Vancouver until October. So that's going to be great. I highly doubt Vancouver will meet Edmonton in the playoffs. If they do, of course, everyone watching, you're going to be licking your chops, and you can't wait. And until then, I embrace that. Obviously, with my platform here on YouTube, I understand that there are going to be days and times where things get intense. There's going to be a lot of different fan bases come in. I understand, and I like a good bit of trash talk. I think trash talk is fun. That's part of the game. I even mentioned that in my pregame. When rivalries are at their peak, that is the most fun that I have, because we can take jabs at each other. But when you have 300 jabs coming over here, and we're only able to get like 100 jabs, and then it just piles on, and then it gets to the point where I don't even want to be part of it anymore. I don't want to jab. It's not fun anymore. And then the one fan base, they just keep going and going. And this is not exclusive to the Canucks, by the way. I'm just as an example. Lately, it has been Canucks fans. And I'm just happy that their meeting so far is done for the year. Mochi's coming to calm me down. She knows when I get all worked up. Thank you, Mochi. It was a fun season series. See you in October, Vancouver Canucks fans. And for those of you who are amazing and like to hang out, I look forward to seeing you during the playoffs. Maybe you'll jump on the bandwagon a little bit. That'd be a lot of fun, because you were all great. Everyone that tuned into the live stream tonight, you were all amazing. So thank you all so much. Your support means the world. I cannot thank you all enough. The messages that I get are usually positive. So thank you. And man, what a game, huh? What a game. What a series. What a rivalry. But I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it the way a Bruins fan is tired of the Habs from way back in the day. I'm tired of it the way a Leafs fan is tired of it from Bruins fans. I'm tired of it from just a rivalry standpoint. Let's be better, right? I got my grievances aired out. Let's be better. All right. And I'm not putting myself on a pedestal. I get involved in the nonsense too. I'm no better than anyone else. This is fandom. This is hockey. I know what I signed up for. But I'm also just expressing the fact that I'm excited that we don't have to deal with this as much anymore this season. So thank you all so much. Canucks fans, good game. Handshakes. Here you go. We'll do our handshakes. Thank you so much. Maybe we'll see you in April. Maybe we won't. We'll see. And for everyone else, make sure you tell someone that you love them tonight. And as always, fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. Let's go Oilers. We'll see you tomorrow.